Has a fresh bowl of water, licks water off the car every morning. Ebsy, what are you doing? Hey guys, Constance here. Welcome back to A Good Life Farm. So, as you can see, we let the chickens run loose. I've been kind of going back and forth on the plan, you know, the big plan, the big change for the homestead as far as the layout goes. Now, the new garden area is still going to happen. However, this original garden here behind me, rather than turning it into a chicken yard, since we're letting the chickens free roam, we're going to keep it a garden, but it's going to be an in-ground garden as it has been. However, it is going to be the no maintenance garden. This is going to turn into just the stuff that I don't have to be constantly diligently on top of. Things like sweet potatoes, stuff that needs a lot of room but not a lot of work. And so that is what that is going to just turn into. You know, we kind of went back and forth on the plan, and the other day I just pulled down the fencing and I let the chickens out, and they were happy about that because the very next day they gave us 17 eggs. Happy chickens, lots of eggs. I don't have any, Chan Chan. Daddy's got them all. Hi, baby. Don't bite my tripod. Don't bite my camera. What? Sophie.
Okay. All right, come on. Let's go to bed. Those guys don't know where to go.
All right. So I thought I would come back out here to the greenhouse because I actually was out here this morning. You saw that footage at the beginning of the video. And, you know, we have had such an unusual winter. I mean, it was completely predicted by the Farmer's Almanac, a roller coaster as far as temperatures go. Warm and cold, and we are currently on a warm trend. Actually, I had to turn on the air conditioning yesterday. It's ridiculous because it was so hot and muggy inside the house. So yeah, I thought it was the perfect morning to come out. It was foggy and just super peaceful, and I enjoyed it so much I think I might come out tomorrow morning and do the same. So I just wanted to give a quick update so far on the status of my neck issue. Now, first of all, like I mentioned in another video, I have started going to a chiropractor. I'm open-minded about chiropractic care and things like that. I'm open-minded about most types of care. That said, I was not expecting a miracle. You know, like first appointment and, you know, it's fixed. Wasn't expecting that. You know, I wasn't even sure if any of this would help at all. There's a couple moths flying around in here. That said, haven't really gotten a lot of relief so far at this point, but we've kind of been isolating what the source is of my pain. And while I've been feeling the pain in my neck, there's a couple things that took place in the last week that made us all kind of see some things that were clicking together and realize that the pain is actually coming from a different place but just manifesting in my neck. So that's good because now we know where to focus, and so hopefully that means we can just kind of redirect what was being worked on, and maybe I'll find a little bit of relief. You know, I mentioned I have osteoarthritis, and And I don't know if that's the only thing that I've been dealing with. I'm sure there's a number of things. So I don't know what chiropractor care does for osteoarthritis, if that's something that would actually help. But, you know, I don't know if that's what's causing my pain to begin with. So, you know, again, it just goes back to being open-minded, trying different things, and seeing what works. I'm of the mindset of let's try everything there is prior to surgery or pain meds. Oh, okay. That's okay. Had a phone call. Yeah, so like I said, I'm of the let's try everything before anything drastic like surgery or pain meds or anything like that. But frankly, I've talked about in the past how my body is really resistant to a lot of medications, and pain medications is one of them. Anesthesia is one of them. It takes a lot of anesthesia to actually put me under for procedures, and it takes so much to get me under that it then causes other issues like my body wanting to stop breathing and kind of scary things like that. So my body's really resistant to a lot of things, and most painkillers do absolutely nothing other than give me a headache. I just learned how to deal with things. So, yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with that. I have made the decision about the beehives. I'm not going to do bees this year, and if I do end up deciding to add an apiary to the homestead after all, I think we may go the flow hive route. But I know there's a lot of really great videos out there on several different channels. Many of you suggested some videos when I talked about that previously. And so at some point when I get a chance, I will sit down and do some reading, or watching, I should say. But I do have a lot of projects that I'm in the middle of. I finished that baby blanket that I showed you guys that I was crocheting. So that is over at my son and daughter-in-law's house. And we are expecting a baby any day. Yeah, any day. So every time the phone rings and I see it's my son, I'm thinking it might be it. So I finished that, and I'm actually working on another little quick crochet project. Just a little blanket that they could use in a car seat. That was actually a recommendation of one of you guys. I thought that was a great idea. Different stitch, different yarn, something I can just whip out really fast. Now I want to mention I don't think I have a clip of that in the beginning of my videos, but I think it is, the photo is the header on like my Facebook page and things like that. I have a pottery coffee mug that says A Good Life Farm on it. And it's not the one that you saw in the video this morning. It is the newer one that I have that was kind of hand-drawn. And I've had a ton of comments on that as to whether I was going to sell them or anything like that. Now the lady that I had who made those, she has an Etsy shop. That's how I found her. She did that as a custom mug for me. And that is something she does as a side hustle. You know, she's a homeschool mom, a homesteader, and everything else. And so she just kind of does that on the side, not as a full-time business. That said, I did have her make a couple more of them for me. A couple of them were for gifts for some loved ones, but I will say that you can be on the lookout for a giveaway coming up very soon. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Be on the lookout for a soon coming video all about it. So I am losing light, so I'm going to head on into the house, and I actually want to show you something that came in the mail. I showed you that really cute tote bag and mug rug and the pillowcases that were given to me by a subscriber, and I think it was like the very next day after I shared that with you guys, I got another package in the mail, and I want to show it to you. So I've actually got two things to show you. One thing came in the mail, but this is something that I picked up at the Mercantile. You guys know all about the Mercantile if you have been here for any length of time. It's a wonderful little shop that I like to visit in Cullman, Alabama. So I walked in one day and I saw something on the counter that looked like it was brand new. Hadn't seen them ones quite like this in the past, and they had just gotten them in within about 45 minutes of me walking in. They weren't even priced yet, but it was this right here. A type of cutting board. It's like a heavy slab hardwood. I think this might be walnut wood. Now, I won't actually use this as a cutting board. I purchased this to use as decor. I'm thinking of actually making this part of my centerpiece on my table, but I'm in the process of oiling it as I would do anyways, even if I was going to be using this as a cutting board. So I put in one good layer of oil. I'm going to put another one on until it stays to where it's looking oiled, because it's got kind of a dry look to it, and that just means that it needs some more oil. So it's absorbing everything that I'm giving it at this point. But I really liked this because, first of all, it's really thick. It's at least an inch thick, maybe a little bit more. But I liked this. I liked that edge. I mean, look at that. It's not really a raw edge, but I forget what this is called. This type of wood, this type of look that has a name. I just forget what it is. And if you hear a strange noise, please pardon that. The dogs just decided to start playing with their ball in the living room. Yeah. So, and then it's got some of that kind of a lighter edge on this side as well. But I fell in love with this the second I saw it, and brought this home from the Mercantile. And then the other thing that I got in the mail right after I showed you the other goodies was this. So this at first kind of looks like a little quilt. See, it's got the lovely stitching, like perfect stitching on the back. I am not that talented of a seamstress. So something like this where those lines just cross perfectly, that impresses me. But it has this lovely vegetable garden scene, this kind of theme, and then the checkers on the back. And this came from a subscriber named Lori. And in the card, she let me know that this was for canning. It is a mat so that when I am pulling everything out of the pressure canner, the steam canner, the hot water bath canner, and instead of lining my kitchen counter with kitchen towels, I can use this. That is perfect. That is, I love it. And so that is going to come in super handy, and you will be seeing this in some canning videos in the near future. As a matter of fact, that reminds me, I have forgotten to share. I am participating in the Canuary collaboration that is put on by Sutton's Days, and every day of the month of January there is a new canning video that is posted. Now, I don't post a new video every day. Every day one of the channels who is participating is sharing a video, and then it will be a playlist put on or organized by Sutton's Days where she collects all those videos in one place. And so when that starts happening, I will be sure to share all of the videos. I will do that under the community tab. And when the list comes out with all of the channels, I'll share that with all of you guys as well. But I will be doing some canning here pretty soon, and I will be putting this to use. So that is it for today. You can see it is getting dark. So I actually have another video that I will be filming tomorrow to post on Tuesday of this week that I think you might like, especially if you like pottery, because yeah, I thought it was time to do another let's look at my pottery collection video, because in the past year I'll just say my collection has grown. So that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me here again at A Good Life Farm. My name is Constance, and I will talk to y'all next time.
Bye.